Welcome to Robert's Reading Room and Reviews. I'm here to do my latest book review, but if till I get into that, I just want to say, please, um, take care of yourself. Please stay quarantined 6 foot apart. Please wash your hands. Let's pray together that this pandemic soon will be behind us and we can get back to our normal life. But with no further ado, I'm going to start talking about saying this author reached out to me on Instagram and she was like, I love what you do. I have a book I written and I want you to do a book review. I said to her, I would love to. At the time, I had a couple book reviews in front of her. She said, that's fine. She was like, I have to send the manuscript back to the editor and work all that out and get the processing back to me. And I was, send you a copy for you to do a book review. And I was like, good. I just want to say I was not prepared for what I just read. Um, and I just spoke with her. I guess it was 2 hours ago. We stayed on the phone about an hour because I just wanted to talk to her to ask her some things about this book. I just had to know. With no further ado, I am talking about the lovely Mrs. B. Cartwright, Sinking Sand. Love this cover. Do you see this view? You have a black, beautiful woman. You have the sunset view inside of her. Love this cover. I just want to say this book take place in the 60s, but before I get to that, I had to ask her, get her permission to say this. This book is special because actually two of her aunts, the older one, started this story, this book. Unfortunately, she passed away, so her younger aunt picked it up and was writing the second part, and she passed away to cancer. And it was like this manuscript was inherited within the family. That's why it's so special. And Miss B took the rest of it and finished it because her aunt wanted her to finish it. She wanted her to do it when she was sickly, but she said that, she was just so weak. And I just want to say this book consists of 161 pages. I first want to say that sometimes an author can write a book, whether it's 300, 400 pages, and the book can be really good. But this is an example that 161 pages, sometimes you don't have to write a book that long just to get your point across. And the book is a page turner from page one all the way through. I just want to say this book talks about, it has a lot of characters in it, but I want to start by saying about Betty Ann. She's one of the main characters. She was 15 years old. Her mother was just cruel, awful, beat her so bad. One incident I remember in this book was when she was at her grandmother, because her grandmother had a close relationship, and she would teach her how to cook and things and recipes, give them to her and everything. And her mother just came in and jumped on her and beat her within an inch of her life. Her father come in and try to stop her. And her mother just stopped and started jumping on him and beat him. The only one cared about her was her grandmother. And she tried to seek help with her pastor, Reverend Jackson. I just shake my head at him. I don't do spoilers, so you need to read a book, but just you are supposed to be a man of God. Not to judge, I'm just saying. It just shocked me sometimes when people say they this and show a whole nother face, I guess what I'm basically saying. She leaves home at the age of 15 and she don't leave home for what you would think when you read in the book. She left home because she didn't feel loved at all. I would say this, Miss B. My favorite part of the book was when she was walking from Valdosta, because, like I said, it's in the mid '60s, and this happened in Valdosta, Georgia. She's walking, and she's almost to Florida state line. She maybe even uncrossed it. And this white gentleman pulls up in a car, fat man, overweight, was like, "Gal, I'll give you one chicken." That part right there had me. And the sisters that came up, Millie and Ellen, who gave her a ride and introduced her and telling her because she was looking for work about Mr. Joe, who worked at the Lime Grove that's in Central Florida. Well, when she get to Central Florida, it really even got good to me because you start introducing other characters, and some of the characters I laughed at, and some of them I was like, like Hank had everything on silver platter, was not appreciative what he had, and it showed when he got married after he went off to college and had kids of his own. That's all I'm gonna say about that for right now. I love Joe, but Joe, the only part in the book I didn't like about Joe was when they was at Fitzgerald restaurant and he took credit for that chicken, that recipe. He shouldn't. Now that goes back to what I was saying about Betty Ann, how people just mistreated her and everything. Um, Peaches, I love Peaches. I didn't like what happened with her and Hank and the after things that happened. I will say that. Um, but that Chris and Bella, especially Bella, what she did, I was like, oh wow. I would say the two characters in this book that I just felt like had it rough. Betty Ann, and at the end, Susan, what she had to endure and what her parents did and how everything turned out for her. I just want to say I love the book because how you had the twists and turns in it, and you kind of felt like you knew what was going to happen, but you didn't know until it happened. You was like, wow. You had me from page one. I was like, okay, a historical read that even in the modern day, now you can reference to and think about, like, wow, that was happening back then. That's happening now. Such as the drugs. I would say that. And I'm gonna leave it there. Um, I just love how these characters, some of them connect with one another. I felt sorry for Carol and what happened with her situation, her family. Her mother, I didn't like. I felt she was wrong. And also the lady, I can't think of her name, who left the Lime Grove. I want to say it was Carolyn's mother, our sister, and told Elizabeth's mother and Elizabeth where Betty Ann was and how Elizabeth just showed up in her situation and how Betty Ann tried to go back home and try to, say, I'm on my own now. I don't want you, any of y'all in my life other than her grandmother and her mother. Like I said, that mother, when I was reading this book, Miss B, and I was reading about Betty and mother, I was like, Lord, Lord, Lord. I just like had to, you know, just disturb me, my spirit, reading about her. And you didn't get deep into her story, her mother, the reason why she was, except for the color situation. But it's more to her. And I just want to say, wow, I love this book because it showed you how Betty Ann, who had it hard, she was going through a storm most of her life. But wow, when the sun shined toward the end, it really shined. I love her and Raul. Oh my God. Raul was the man's man. He knew how to show love because he was loved. I loved it. And Joe, I did like, but like I said, I don't mean to go back to it, but the only thing I liked about him, I didn't like about him was the recipe thing. He was married and he did mess around, but He was respectful to the women. He didn't degrade them or anything. I just want to say, please, when this book come available, please support Miss B. Cartwright, Sinking Sand. You would not be disappointed. T- Took place in the 60s, Valdosta, Georgia. She takes you on a journey you will not forget. I will not forget this book. It definitely will be in my best read for 2020. I just want to say thank you again, Miss B. I love the conversation we had. I could have talked to you all day. Your spirit, it just made me feel so good how you appreciate the things that I do when it comes to my literary. I'm definitely serious about my reading. I'm an avid reader. I'm constantly reading. Love to support my authors. Let people know about them. They might be missing out. Thank those who support me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Robert's Reading Room and Reviews, Instagram, Robert's Reading Room, Facebook page, Robert's Reading Room and Reviews. I am planning to do something soon. Not gonna say yet. When all of this is over that we're dealing with in our daily life with this pandemic. Please, please, Sinking Sand. Please. This is a 5-star. Look for it coming to your way soon. This is a vast copy that I had the privilege, honor of reading. So grateful for it. Thank you, Miss B again. Love you. Love this book. And to everyone else, please stay safe, take care of yourself, and read. Reading have saved me, especially during this period in our life. It's keeping my mind from wondering and being worried and fearful. It's kept me. Till next time, happy readings. Have a great weekend.